हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो आज हम लोग शुरू करने वाले हैं फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी। ठीक है, अब फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चैप्टर है द ओशियंस। द ओशियंस, ठीक है। ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी और आपके नॉलेज के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी। ठीक है, तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। पहली हेडिंग क्या है? एक्सप्लोरिंग द ओशियंस। सबसे पहले एक्सप्लोर कर लेते हैं, उसके बारे में कुछ बात कर लेते हैं, जैसे कि उसकी बाहरी सतह, उसके बारे में, उसके पार्टिकल्स कैसे बना, ये सब। ठीक है। द ओशियन comprising more than 70% or 140 million square miles of Earth's surface have tremendous potential waiting to be developed. Besides being a source of food, fish, mammals, reptiles, salt, and other marine foodstuffs, the tides can be harnessed to provide power. Formal oceanographic investigation began only with the British expedition of the Challenger 1873 to 1876 and the first successful worldwide deep sea expedition. Let's talk about the oceanography. The science of the ocean has become such an important subject in recent years that researchers into the deep sea have been conducted by many institutions, universities, government ministries, and other international organizations. The most famous international oceanographic research center in the International Council for the Exploration of the Sea, with its headquarters in Copenhagen. Ocean exploration for the observation and recording of oceanographic data is a very expensive matter. It involves the operation and maintenance of specially equipped vessels in mid-ocean for the long period, and large-scale oceanographic researchers are thus best undertaken by the international bodies, and the older echo sounding techniques have now been replaced by radar sounding and electrical echo devices to find the precise depth of the ocean floor and map the relief of the ocean. Trained frogmen equipped with modern breathing apparatus are employed to gather valuable information from great depth. Deep sea core samples are obtained by boring for the study of oceanic deposits. The various kinds of ozos, muds, and clays, automatic recording thermometers, and other sensitive instruments can be lowered to any required depth by stationary vessels with laboratory facilities for processing any required data for the observation and measurement of current flow. Various kinds of meters using propellers, vanes, or pendulum have been designed. Sealed bottles and other floating objects containing instruction for reporting their precise time and place of discovery are released in large numbers to compute the rate and direction of drift and current flow. With all these modern techniques at the disposal of oceanographic, our knowledge of mysteries of ocean is greatly increased. Let's talk about the relief of the ocean. The ocean basin are in many ways similar to the land surface, and there are submarine ridges, plateaus, canyons, plains, and trenches. A section drawn across an ocean illustrates the typical submarine relief features. The continental shelf, and this is in fact the seaward extension of continent from the shoreline to the continental edge, marked approximately by 600 feet or 100 fathom isowath. Isowath are contours marking depths below sea level, and the continental shelf is thus a shallow platform whose width varies greatly from few miles in the North Pacific of the continent of the North America to over 100 miles of northwest Europe. In some places where the coasts are extremely mountainous, such as Rocky Mountain and Andean coast, the continental shape may be entirely absent. Of broad, lowland coast like those of Arctic Siberia, our maximum width of 750 miles have been recorded. A width of 20 to 100 miles is generally encountered. The angle of slope is also variable and is normally least where the continental shelf is widest, and the gradient of 1 in 500 is common to most continental shelves. Many regard continental shelf as a part of continental submerged due to the rise in sea level, that is, at the close of ice age, when the ice in the temperate latitude melted and raised the sea level by several hundred feet. Some smaller continental shelves could have been caused by wave erosion where the land is being eroded by sea as seen in figure 22. Let's see. This is our land and this is continental age, and this is sand particle and this is plankton. Continental shelf and this is continental shelf. Okay, this is continental shelf. Continent or this is continental slope, or this is continental shelf, and this is continental age, because where the age means here ends the continental shelf. Here is the starting point and continental age is the end point of continental shelf. Okay, this is deep ocean, this is ojos, this is red club mud and minor trench, this is mud submarine ridges, sea level, this is okay. Their shallowness enables sunlight to penetrate through the water, which encourages the growth of minute plants and other microscopic organisms. They are thus rich in plankton on which millions of surface and bottom feeding fishes thrive, and the continental shelf are therefore the richest fishing grounds in the world, that is, Grand Banks of Newfoundland and North Sea and Sunda Shelf. Number B, their limited depth and gentle slope keep out cold undercurrent and increase the height of tides, and this sometimes hinders shipping and other marine activities since ships can only enter and leave port on the tide. Most of the world's greatest seaport, including Southampton, London, Hamburg, Rotterdam, Hong Kong, and Singapore, are located on continental shelf. Let's talk about the continental slope. At the edge of the continental shelf, there is an abrupt change of gradient to about 1 in 20, forming the continental shelf. Continental slope. The deep sea plain. This is the undulating plain lying 2 to 3 miles below sea level and covering two-thirds of ocean floor, generally termed the abyssal plain, and it was once thought to be featureless, but modern sounding devices reveal that the abyssal plain is far from being level. It has extensive submarine plateaus, ridges, trenches, basins, and oceanic islands that rise above sea level in the Mediterranean Ocean. That is the Azores, Ascension Island. And this is done for the today. We'll talk about the next topic tomorrow. Thank you so much.